Hi everyone, and welcome to Daniel Explains Science. This video is all about answering one big question. What is biology? My goal is to give you a total comprehensive overview in about 12 minutes. Something that makes sense to general audience, students just starting out, and even those of you who've been studying biology for 20 years. We're gonna break it down in the easiest, simplest way possible. The universe began. Scientists call it the Big Bang. A cosmic explosion around 13.6 billion years ago. Galaxies and star systems formed, and even 4.6 billion years ago, our own Earth was born. Fast forward almost 600 million years, and that's when biology merged the science with the origin of life itself. The very first organisms appeared simple but groundbreaking, and then nature ruled the dice and gave us the most powerful force in biology, evolution by natural selection. This is how living organisms were shaped over time. The theory is so central that it's often called the cornerstone of modern biology, even if still can't explain everything. Science is amazing, yeah? Let me tell you a little about the basic science. Mathematics, the universal language of patterns and language. Physics, the rule of energy forces and the universe. Chemistry, is how matter interacts and transforms. But is that enough? Nope. Look around. Trees, cats, jellyfish. Sure, they're made of atoms, but they do more than just exist. They live. So we need a whole new science, biology. Science of life. What is life? Let me ask you, is a book alive? Is smoke alive? What about your smartphone? Early biology thought it moves, it's easy, it's alive. But then trees don't move and smoke does. So scientists get serious. Today we define life with 7 figures. Reproduction, making more of themselves. Adaptation, adjusting to survive better. Growth and development, changing over time. And order, organization, it's highly structured and respond to environment. It's react to nature, something like that. Energy processing, metabolism like eating, photosynthesis and respiration. And homeostasis, keeping internal balance. Miss even one, you're not alive. Sorry, Balloon. Those involve biochemical reactions. Some require energy, some release it. For example, glycolysis, breaking down glucose to release energy. The 5. Once microscope came along, scientists saw tiny units and lack of things called cells, the smallest unit of life. Some had a nucleus, some didn't. Eukaryotic and prokaryotic. Biology is now classified into 5 kingdoms: bacteria, fungi, protists, planets, and animals. Cells are made of inorganic and organic molecules. And inorganic, like water and salt, and physics and chemistry, have those covered. But organic biomolecules, that's where biology gets spicy. We divide them into 4 main types: lipids, carbohydrates, proteins, and nucleic acids. DNA and RNA. Those 3 of them are macromolecules made of repeating monomers. Let's talk about complexity. Yeah, it's a big deal. Even the tiniest cells are absolutely complex. Think of a cell like a mini city. Nucleus, the DNA center, mitochondria, its power plants. No wonder we've never fully simulated a single cell. There are billions of interactions going on each other. And carbon is the backbone of life because it forms strong, flexible, and diverse bonds. It's perfect for complex molecules. But could there be silicon-based life out there? Theoretically, yeah. But silicon is less versatile and forms solids like sun-inside gases like CO2, not ideal for mobility in cells. Still, if lines exist, they might be built on silicon or something else entirely. From huge to microscope, ready for size strip, because size is important to understand biology and know what is going on. Redwood trees is 115 meter, human is 1.6 meter, eye is 2.4 centimeter, and hair width is 80 micrometer, and bacteria is 1 micrometer. Gen up to thousands of, for example, nanometers. And for example, bacteria is 1 micrometer, and proteins are 10 nanometers, and atom is 0.1 actually nanometers. Behind that, we're not in Kansas anymore, folks. We hit quantum physics, strong theory maybe, and all the weird stuff. So biology overlaps with physics at the bottom, and that leads us to something special. Biophysics, not quite physics, not quite biology, but both. Biophysics is where we study life using physical principles. It's crucial for understanding how life emerges from the non-life. We think it might happen only once. That leap from chemistry to biology is still one of the greatest mysteries. This transition is mind-blowingly rare. We think it might happen only once. The leap from chemistry to biology is still one of the greatest mysteries. Like again, science, we have a lot of some branches in biology, like cellular molecular biology, zoology, botany, and marine biology. And there has a lot of branches in each of them. So, maybe you're not gonna believe me, but we have more than 10 million types of life. This is not number of them, that's types. Our humans are only one type. This is amazing, yeah? Scientists say follow the water on the other planets. Why? Because water is the universal solvent necessary for life's chemistry. Whenever we find liquid water, scientists think maybe life coexists here. Planets needed, cells rely on it, life requires it, but I'm not completely with that. I don't think whenever we find water, that necessarily means we have life. The Fermi paradox asks, with a universe this big, why haven't we found anyone else? Life may exist out there, but it might look nothing like us. Imagine non-carbon life, plasma creatures, or AI-based species. The possibility are wild, but the possibility of continuous life is very, very low, close to zero. Earth has faced 5 major extinction events. The Permian Triassic wiped out 90% of marine life. The Cretaceous Pelagian wiped out the dinosaurs. Every extinction was followed by an explosion of new life. So, extinction, it's part of biology, and maybe our turn is next. Last century, that was all about relativity, quantum mechanism, and the physics gains. But this century, it's biology time to shine. AI in genomics, CRISPR, gene editing, synthesis, organisms, or custom designed life. Let me ask you, how many cells in a human body? 100, a million, a trillion? Try 10 power 13. That's 10 trillion, with T. Each with its own molecular machines, working 24/7, no breaks, no errors, mostly. That's more precise than any city on Earth. And that, folks, in biology, let me know what part blew your mind, and if you want more videos like this, hit that button and subscribe. But here's the twist. Biology is no longer just about studying life, it's about designing life. We're editing genes, protein organs, making synthetic cells. We're literally asking if we should redesign humans. What if your child is born in a lab with genes selected for IQ, personality, maybe a music task? Are we still natural, or are we becoming nature? Those aren't scientific fiction questions anymore. There's real, and this century, the century of biology, is about to get wild. In the next episodes, synthetic biology, designer babies, and genetic upgrades. If your brain's tingling, hit subscribe, smash like, stay tuned, because biology is about to blow your mind. And hey, you are technically a living organism, so you owe it to biology. See you next time.